Well. What a good day for a post-game live stream. The Yankees just walked off on the Washington Nationals by a score of 4-2. Prospect Carlos Narvaez hit a two-run home run opposite field in the bottom of the ninth inning to win the game. That's what I'm talking about. It's our first walk-off celebration for the season. So awesome. Hopefully we get a lot more in the regular season. Now, Joel, solid pitching. Yes. What's up, everybody? Al Morass, Sean Browning. Yes. I did not see the national anthem from Bernie, but it's always nice when he does it. But yeah, walk off. Let's box score this, okay? Let's box score this. Okay. Who started for the Yankees? Domingo Germán, 2 1/3, 1 hit, 1 run, 3 strikeouts. Not a bad outing. He had 35 pitches. Then Greg Weiser, 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. And Jonathan Loaizaga threw an inning, clean inning, 1 hit, 8 pitches. Yoendris Gomez, the star pitcher of the day, 3 innings. Okay, 2 hits, 1 run, 2 strikeouts, 36 pitches. He was solid. He's a guy to keep an eye out for either long relief or the bullpen as well. And then Ryan Weber with 2 innings of clean ball as well for the Yankees. Okay, now how about we talk about offense, all right? Harrison Bader with an RBI triple. Well, Alex Call, first of all, hit an RBI fielder's choice from the Nationals, make it in the top of the third. And in the bottom of the fourth, Harrison Bader with a triple. That hustle, loved it. And then he was driven in to a 2-1 Yankees, okay, on a hit. And then Joey Meneses. If I butcher these names, my apologies, guys and gals. Double play, but he tied the game in the top of the sixth. And then Carlos Narvaez, 2-run opposite field to put it up 4-2 and to finish it 4-2. Some good defensive plays by the Yankees. I mean, Volpe, some of the other guys. Now I'll give you the rest of the box score here. DJ LeMahieu was 1 for 2. It's always nice to see him hit. He's a catalyst for this offense, so keep that in mind. All right. Anthony Rizzo was 1 for 2. Oswaldo Cabrera 1 for 2. All right. Harrison Bader 1 for 2. Aaron Hicks 1 for 2. He's batting .500 this spring as well. So, and then Carlos Narvaez was 1 for 2 as well. So across the board, some good hits, some good baseball played by the Yankees. And it was nice to see them win the low-scoring game, too. So, this was a nice – and the Yankees are now, I think they're 3-2. I think that's the record for the spring right now. So, yeah. Who else we have here? Charlie 3. Yep, great outing by Weber, most definitely. And great outing by a couple pitchers. So, Yoendris Gomez, great pitching by him. So, and Carlos Narvaez with the walk-off. Stopgap. Mike Marsh is done with the stopgap. I guess he can't start in a few weeks. We'll see. He might get moved. We don't know. He, at the very least, he'll be a utility player on this team, but that's what he was brought here for, the stopgap. But I don't think I think Oswald Peraza is going to be the starting shortstop here for this team. One way or another, I think he'll be the starting shortstop. So, and if I'm lagging, it's because I'm outside. And so it might be a little bit slow here, but not to worry. Cabrera and Bader are looking good. Yes, they are. Yes, they most certainly are. Germán, solid. Yeah, Bernie Williams with the national anthem. I love it. This is what I'm saying, Michael. When DJ hits, so does the rest of the team. He is a catalyst for this team. We need him to go, right? So, and stay healthy. We need Bader to stay healthy. We need Michael King to stay healthy. So, NFE, yo, baby. What's good? What is good, man? Just celebrating a walk-off by the Yankees. Hopefully it's the first of many this year. So we had 16 celebrations last year on live stream. So hopefully we can continue that momentum this year. Michelle Eastman, Yankees, 4-2, walk-off home run. Walk-off home run, baby. Yeah, the Yankees play the Pirates. I'll get to look and see Brian Reynolds, man. So, and we'll move Hicks. Hicks, there's going to be some might be a little bit more chatter now that Gavin Lux has torn his ACL and the Dodgers are looking for an affordable infielder. So it could be, something happening soon. We'll see. Yeah, walk-off wins. It's kind of hard to complain about them. I love them. Love these walk-offs, NFC. No doubt about it, baby. No doubt about it. Again, we celebrated 16 of them last year. So I'm very much looking forward to some more regular season walk-offs. But 4-2, good pitching by Domingo Germán, Yoendris Gomez, some timely hitting. It's nice to see Harrison Bader on the money. It's nice to see DJ LeMahieu on the money. And again, little by little, the Yankees are kind of putting together their pieces. Okay, and it's not going to happen all at once, but that's why spring training is here. That's why they have 6 weeks to get everything on point and ready to go. So for the season. And and again, with the Yankees, the moves that they made and moves they didn't make, they're definitely stronger on the pitching side. They're not as strong on the offensive side right now. So we'll see what else happens here. More moves can happen when spring training. Just like if you haven't seen my earlier video, Austin Wells, their catching prospect, their top catching prospect, he fractured his 12th rib, so he's going to miss 6 to 8 weeks. So, and then Ben Rorfit's already out. So thank goodness we have Kyle Higashioka backing up Jose Trevino. I mean, thank the heavens. I mean, seriously, thank the heavens. So, yeah, NFE, man. Yeah. Clint Brewster, Carlos Narvaez, prospect. Yeah, man. And if you remember us, we celebrated so many walk-offs last year by everybody. Glaber, Josh, Judge, like Stanton. The same day that Judge hit that number 60 home run, Stanton hit that walk-off grand slam. We were celebrating Nats. It was awesome. Awesome. So, yeah, I mean, yesterday, but that's spring training for you, right, T. Drake? So, it is what it is. They'll get pounded and they'll pound teams. It's just, again, it's pretty much half the team playing somebody else's half a team and then just slowly putting together the roster and the lineup and all that stuff. So, that's a bold prediction. I don't think Dominguez is going to start with the team. He's not ready to hit big major league pitching yet. The top guys, at least in my opinion. So, he's only had a handful of games in Double-A, but if he tends to, if he happens to make it, he happens to make it. So, that's a bold ass prediction. I like bold predictions though, Tony. So, I like the bold predictions. I did not hear the Bernie interview, Sean. I did not. Hopefully, it was good. Grand slam. Yeah, the Yankees hit a lot of grand slams last year, NFE. I think it was one walk-off, though. It was by Stanton. I think only one of them was a walk-off, if I'm not mistaken. I have to go back and look. Quite a few walk-off home runs by Judge, Donaldson, a couple of Glaber walk-off wins as well. So, it's always nice to see. That's for sure. I would agree here, Michael. Best case scenario is September. I think Volpe gets called up before Dominguez. I don't think either one's going to start the season with the team right now. I think they both need a little bit more developing. So, but I'm really, excited at the possibility that these guys offer. So, I'm looking forward to. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. They've surprised us before. So, but I just don't think either one of them is ready for the majors just yet. I think Volpe's closer than Dominguez, but both of them have crazy potential, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. So I choose Cabrera over Hicks in left field. If we don't get, I would agree, T. Drake. I mean, I think Cabrera is probably going to play multiple positions, but he'll get a lot of left field if they don't trade for Reynolds. I would agree, 100%. So, I don't know. I hope so. I sure hope so, Clint. I mean, the Yankees, I think, need one more offensive piece. They need an outfielder who can also be a leadoff hitter. I think they need a leadoff hitter. I worry about the Blue Jays 1 through 6, Houston's 1 through 6 in the lineup. So I think the Yankees, they need one more bat. But tomorrow, man, Bryce, man, could you imagine I had to trade for Brian Reynolds tomorrow during the game? I say, Brian, go to the other side. You've been traded to the Yankees. That would be pretty badass, Bryce. Pretty badass, man. Oh man, music charities. That's awesome, man. Bernie Williams is the man. Sean, he's the man. Music charities. He made a shout out to the late Joe. Yeah, late Joe. He passed away of cancer this year, unfortunately. Rest in peace to Joe Williams. He was another class guy. Good Yankee too. Great teammate. Just a class guy. Close friends with Eric Jeter too. One of his closest friends. Likely chance playing more in-house young talent. Well, they have more. Young talent that's not far away positionally than they have in a while. So I could see Volpe. I could see a whole bunch of them coming up here. Not yet Dominguez. I could see Andres Chaparro coming up in the infield and some other folks. Austin Wells when he's healthy. So, it's encouraging to see. Stack him up injury bug limbs you mentioned. So, yeah. Injury bug happens, man. And they have to have enough depth to withstand it. And that's the key, Timothy, right? So, but yeah, it happens with the Yankees so much more than other teams, at least from what I know. But again, we watch the Yankees more than anybody else. So, when do I think Profar sign? When he lowers his price tag. Yeah, that's it. He's got to lower his price tag. Well, definitely here, Alan. Yeah, when he's not contributing offensively, he's contributing defensively. He's finding a way to contribute to the team, Alan. So 100% with the high IQ, Anthony Volpe. Yes. Yeah, I mean, they need to move Torres and IQ. I mean, they're movable now. They become more movable with this Gavin Lux injury. So, and I understand that they're probably going to have some kind of payroll swapping because both are under their respective thresholds. I get that, but they can find a value trade on both sides here. But I would not move as an impact player in return. There's no way I move him otherwise. So his role with the team was just hanging out, the players sharing experience and gets. Yeah, I mean Bernie's the man. Bernie's the man. So hope he's homegrown. Yes, he is definitely homegrown, baby. Yeah, I mean, and Bernie was part of that core. I call it the core five. And Brian Sabian is with the Yankees now, was instrumental in drafting a lot of these guys. Drafted Jeter, you got Bernie there, you got Mo, you got Posada, Pettit. So I mean, obviously Mariano Rivera was an international player from Panama. So, but he was instrumental in a lot of those guys. So if Juan Soto came up with the Yankees, would he have been a steal it? He might have, Tony. Yeah, he might have. He might have. He could he might have. If you ever have friends, make sure they're good kids and not idiots like I had kids that I know. Yeah, you want to surround yourself with good people. That's a good food for thought right there, Anthony. T. Drake, yeah. I hope he stays healthy and has a good season as well. I'm with you there. What's up, boss? What's good, baby? Happy Wednesday, man. Happy hump day, everybody. Missing the game because I got into an argument with my idiot friend that is trying to throw you under the bus on. It's. I've had a couple people try to throw me under the bus too, so it's just. There are certain people who like to put others down or screw people for their own benefit, and just avoid those people altogether. They don't need to be your friends. They don't need to be your friends. So. What a game today. Yeah, baby. Mike, good walk-off. Good walk-off. I like walk-offs, man. Bader or DJ. If I'm choosing the two, I'm choosing Bader because he's faster. He's a better base runner than DJ. Second, I back DJ second, the better contact hitter. I think that's a better option for the team. So that's just me now, but we'll see what they do at the end of the day for leadoff hitter. But Herman pitched 2 1/3 innings. Yep. It's like how the Yankees invite all-time legends. I love. Yeah, they always do that. Yeah, it's awesome. A lot of old players. CC's there too. Either as advisors or helping coach or whatever. Helping give insight to some of the young players. So it's awesome. They do it. A lot of teams do it. But I love when the Yankees do it. So, and where I live, North Carolina, I was not going to be able to see the Nationals and the Yankees game because yeah, I mean, the Yankees didn't have any game network coverage yesterday. Nothing at all. But yeah, I'm just glad the Yankees beat the Nationals, and it was nice. Yeah, a lot of folks bashed Monty. I mean, a lot of folks bashed Bader. A lot of folks do that. The first reaction is just to bash, and not be patient, not give anybody benefit of the doubt. It's a reflex of a lot of folks, unfortunately. So, and it is what it is. But Bader's been instrumental to this team, and he's going to continue to be instrumental to the team. And I think you never know. After the season, Montgomery's a free agent. Who knows? They might sign him back. We don't know. No idea. So, not early because, yeah, man. It's a lot of early spring. Most of them are early. I mean, most of them are afternoon games. T. Drake. Yeah, majority. I would say like probably 90% of them are during the day, where it's more like I don't know, 40, 50 or 60-40 in regular season games ratio. Yeah, exactly, Mike. Baby Bomber is putting it out, man. They are putting it out. Yeah. And they're staying persistent. That's the thing, but it's one of the things that looks different with this team. They're persistent. They draw walks. They're patient hitters. I mean, Dominguez drew that key walk at the bottom of the ninth, so the Narvaez can drive him in with a home run. So a lot of the Yankees have shown more patience and they're showing more aggressiveness on the base path. So it's a new dynamic to this team that they have not shown over the last couple of years. So it's definitely exciting to see, and I hope that they continue to do that during the season. So I really, really do. Well, exactly. Bader keeps his head down. Yep. Yep. Yes, insane. Something similar happened to David Wells. What happened to David Wells? I know he was attacked in a diner, punched by a ridiculous fan, and just an a-hole fan. But it's not going to happen now, Aiden. Not going to get David Bednar now. We should. It would be lovely, but it's not going to happen now. Yeah. David, yeah. I remember Sean Wells being attacked at a diner somewhere in Manhattan by just an obnoxious fan and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. Yeah, our prospects look fantastic, T. Drake. They look fantastic. They really, really do. So, dude, it's a lot of things. Like, it's Tony, the logic for some folks is crazy. Some of the folks that'll say Dominguez is the next Mickey Mantle and blah blah blah, but they'll say, and then if he turns out to be not, then they'll be the first ones to call him a bust. It's just people like a lot of folks get their talking points from other people. And that's the other thing too. Like I want people to do their own homework and come up with your own opinion, like have a legitimate conversation about it, not just follow other people's BS. You know what I mean? So Brad Hand is, yeah, maybe. I don't think the Yankees. I don't think they're going to do it though. They're not going to get sign any other free agency, in my opinion. Or at least right now, they're not. They don't want to get over that threshold unless they make a trade. They won't do it. So, David Wells was traded to the Blue Jays in '99 for Roger Clemens in that offseason. Yeah, they traded him to the Blue Jays, got Roger Clemens back, and then he signed with the Yankees later, a couple years later. I think it might have been like 2003, maybe, or two, when they played the Marlins in the World Series. I think when he was back with the Yankees then, him and Giambi and some of the other folks. Because that was the year that Aaron Boone hit that home run that put them in the World Series against the Marlins. No, but yeah. But that was a big trade, Wells for Clemens. Yeah, I mean Cashman definitely doesn't want to move their top guys. There's no doubt about it, and you're starting to see why, which is, it's kind of refreshing sometimes. It's kind of refreshing, at least in my opinion. So, yeah, I mean it's people saying all the time, King Draker, how bad this one, how bad like. So many folks are just, and then you can't disagree with them because if you disagree with them, you're wrong, they're right, they're the all-knowing and blah blah. It's just no time and patience for that type of stuff. It's just so many people that do it. It's kind of silly. It's kind of silly, but that's what they do, right? If it makes them feel better, then go right ahead. No, yeah, I mean, there's some folks calling for Trevor Bauer to be signed in the league, man. I mean, I get it. Another pitching arm, yeah. I don't know how dominant he'll be now, but you never know. You never know. He'll get scooped by somebody. I don't know who though, but he'll get picked up by somebody. Yep, he got fined too. David Wells, Tony. He tried to wear the Babe Ruth hat. He got fined. They made him take it off. Yep. He was also drunk the day of his had a massive hangover the day of his perfect game versus the Twins. Yes, indeed. World Baseball Classic. Tuesday on Fox Sports app. I mean, I'll keep an eye on it for the World Baseball Classic. So we'll see. I mean, if they might move, and they might move IKF now that the Dodgers need an infielder. So, and he's not going to cost a lot. So, Sunil, I get it, man. Totally get it. Yeah, Schmidt, Herman looking solid. So is Matt Crook. 3 competitors for the number 5 spot. So no doubt about it. Trip Bauer's not signed. Well, that's the other thing too. I mean, people are hesitant to sign because on Clubhouse chemistry, pretty much everywhere. Right? Pretty much everywhere. So, and it's true. Unfortunate. It's an unfortunate fact. So somebody might give him a chance. I don't know. Somebody will overlook it and give him a chance. So they with other players. So, Nasty Nestor from Cubs, same El Duque. Nestor, yeah. El Duque was signed from Cuba as an international, and then turned into be a Yankee legend. So, yeah, I'm hearing Trace Thompson too, another exciting, young dynamic outfielder as a possible Yankees replacement if they don't get Brian Reynolds. Brian Reynolds be the guy to get, but we'll see if they actually do that without having some kind of idiot fan jump out of. Yeah, no kidding, Anthony. There's a lot of morons jumping out of the stands and yeah, yeah. Franchise is in the house. What's good, baby? Always a pleasure seeing you on, man. Always a pleasure seeing you on, bro. Cuba, that's right. Cuba, baby. Fairfield. Bauer to a minor league deal and see how. I know. I think he'll get picked up by somebody. I know a lot of folks wanted the Yankees to do it. They might. Who knows? But I don't know. I mean, they're going to have to run that by like Judge and Cole and the rest of the team because they definitely don't want to bring a guy who's going to distract their clubhouse chemistry. And their chemistry looks really good right now. So that does matter. It does matter. How much to them? I don't know. But it's going to be interesting to see whether they do it or not. I mean, he could go to. I mean, he could go to a lot of teams, contribute. But my guess at the end of the day, he's probably going to go to a smaller market where any stupid move is not going to be exaggerated like you would in New York. You know what I mean? So I think it'll get exaggerated in New York, no doubt about it. So Trace's Clay Thompson. Yeah, Golden State Warrior. Yeah, that's true, Sunil. That's right. Diamondback. It's not. You could, but I don't know if they're going to do it now. I don't know if they're going to do it now. I mean, who would you give up for the one Diamondback outfield? Is the other question. Possibly Yankees win 60 games before. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think they're going to win that many before the All-Star break. I don't know. It'd be nuts. I mean, he's an exciting player. And this is when these guys are gamers like Narvaez and some of these other Yankee prospects. You're seeing they're staying locked in. They're staying focused. You know, they're not, you know, they're pretty much locked in on what they want to do. And they're aggressive at the plate and they're fearless. So it's a refreshing take on the Yankees prospects that I haven't seen in a while. It's really refreshing. So Narvaez with the walk-off today and some of these other folks, I like what I'm seeing from their prospects. So, yeah. LA what they want at shortstop, but let's get Bobby Miller. Yeah, I mean, that would be a pretty significant trade. You'd have to give up Gleyber Torres for that. Bobby Miller, I mean, that's the price it would probably cost franchise. But again, if you're gonna move Gleyber Torres, and I said this before, it has to be for an impact player. It can't just be for salary relief. It can't be for some prospect or whatever. It's got to be for somebody impact, you know, whether it be left field or pitching or whatever. And Bobby Miller's right there. So, you know, I didn't even know if they would offer Bobby Miller either, but I'm sure Cashman would ask. Yelich, yeah, I don't see. Yelich has got $25 million a year on his contract for like the next 7 years, so hard pass on that. Texas Buckeye, my friend. Thank you, sir. It's always a pleasure having you on, my buddy. Yankees walk off, baby, 4-2. 4-2. Love it. Yes, indeed. If Donaldson is still here, how confident are you about being? Oh, I don't know. Comeback player of the year, I don't know. I mean, I could see him having a better year than last year. You know, he does have some motivational reasons. You know, he's got a $6 million buyout, but a $16 million option. So this is, you know, in one end he could gain an extra $10 million, the other end he can lose an extra $10 million. So just by his performance and his attitude this year. But at the very least, if he's not gonna improve offensively, I hope that he becomes a better teammate and then just stays out of trouble and contributes to being a better Yankee. So at the very least, defense is still elite. That's obvious, but you know, I'd like to see a little more productivity offensively out of him too. So, and I think having a more consistent lineup will help him do that. So, and with Bader staying healthy and DJ staying healthy, it would stabilize a position a little bit easier for him, as well as a lot of other guys. So, you know, I don't know about player, you know, comeback player of the year. I don't know about that, but improve, I'll take it. Improve, I'll take it. So, yeah, I mean Hicks is movable, Anthony Amata. Hicks is movable, and they're looking into it. That's for sure. You know, he's another one franchise. Trey Sweeney's another guy with a good-looking offensive profile. Got a good-looking swing. So, in utility, he might be the type of guy. You know what I mean? So, he might be a utility type of guy. I'm really curious. There's a lot of guys that can move around positions, and they're gonna have, you know, excess of certain positions, just like they do right now at shortstop, which is one reason why a trade with the Dodgers makes sense. So, but again, it's got to be an impact player coming back to New York, at least in my opinion. So, this is the thing, right? If Donaldson's going to stay, we need him to have a better year. Period. So they have Andres Chaparro. I mean, I think the Yankees are going to hope that Chaparro plays well, because as of now, they can't replace him with Machado next year. Can't replace him with Rafael Devers. They're both extended now, so they're off the market. The two top third basemen. So there's not much after that. Next year's free agency class is going to be heavy in pitching. So it's going to be different than this year. So, but it's got to be, yeah. I mean, I would play Chaparro at third base. If Donaldson gets hurt, I'm calling up Chaparro. So that's the way I would do it. Now, Torres gone before season or by trade, possibly Sean. It depends on what they can get in return, right? It really does. He's the most tradable piece with the most value in return. So, something I would be looking into, no doubt about it. You know what I mean? You're a soccer guy, Anthony, huh? Hicks will be moved between now. I mean, yeah, I mean, 30 pop-ups and 30 ground outs, right, Marsh? So, yeah, he's movable too. Hicks is definitely movable. So he's not that expensive, which is, thank the heavens. So if they can get Torres and IKF or Bobby Miller from the Dodgers, they have to consider it. So, and they have an excess of second baseman. They need a spot for Volpe to play. They also have DJ LeMahieu there, cover second as well. So when you have a player like this, you're dealing from a position of excess that is tradable with a lot of value. You consider moving him, but it also, like I said, it's got to be player value. It's got to be value pitcher, value left field, or something like that. It's got to be worth the swap. It can't just be I'm moving him for the sake of moving because we have 6 more infielders here. So it can't be that way. I mean, if make it, you'll get a Mac and a pie, no doubt about that, Texas Buckeye. You know that, baby. Yeah. Yeah, maybe they'll put Judge on left a little bit, Stanton right. Maybe. It's not, that doesn't fix their problems. So they have to stay healthy. They got to stay healthy is the thing. Peraza or Cabrera shortstop and give third to IKF if everything goes bad. I mean, you could. I mean, Peraza is going to be the shortstop. I think he's going to be a starting shortstop in the season. When the season, I think I don't see the point in not making him a shortstop. So, but probably Anthony. Yeah, you better move Gleyber to get pitching, and if you get Bobby Miller, I'm not moving Bobby Miller for Brian Reynolds. But that's a just trade. You just you get that extra pitcher or whatever. But we'll see. They might. I mean, the Pirates are definitely all for Brian Reynolds. So, and it's not a surprise. But, even Gleyber Torres, he's setting himself up. If he plays well this year, next, he's setting himself up for a 9-figure contract too. He'll get 9 figures as well. So it's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be really interesting the rest of this preseason and spring training. And I do think somebody gets moved during the spring training. Who? I don't know. Who? That remains to be seen. But it's going to be an interesting, definitely an interesting one. I will obviously keep you updated on everything. If anybody hasn't hit the like, you say that like if you don't mind. We'll try to get our likes up like we always do. If anybody's in it hasn't subscribed to the channel, I hope you enjoy this enough to do that. We do post games, we do pre-games, lineups, we do all Yankee content, breaking news, other teams' content. We don't ignore other teams. So, and for those that do follow my football channel or haven't heard, I've got one called Empire State Tripod, which is the Giants, Jets, and Bills, and we're going to get into the season now. The NFC needs, AFC needs. We're going to go into high volume, that type of stuff. So if anybody here is a football fan, hope you take a look at my channel there too. I'm going to put it in the Empire State Tripod, my football channel. So take a look at it. Let me know what you think. But obviously, I'm hearing the stream is logging a tiny bit. Wink the mask because I'm outside. I have less service, and I don't have use of the office right now because my wife's in the office working. So, but there's a barking dog across the street, Nico. It's good ears, man. Yeah, our neighbors have a big barking dog. But it is what it is. But I'm gonna wrap it up anyway in a minute. We're going on 30 minutes. We're at 29. So, but well, where are you gonna upgrade? Who are you gonna upgrade with, Anthony? Is the question for Higgy. Who's available? That's an upgrade. And he's been a good teammate for the Yankees. He's not necessarily an automatic out. I think his batting average is just about or even higher than Trevino's was. So he just plays a lot less. But he's got some power, and so I just don't know who you would upgrade him for. Yeah, yeah. Bring the dog. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not my pooch. It's my next. It's my across the street neighbor's pooch. It's a good dog though. The dog is the Sean. You know he's a Yankee fan. That's. I mean, come on. Yes, all dogs should be Yankee fans. They should have Yankee scars, Yankee hats. Like, you know what I mean? It's got to be that way. If they're not, they need to be talked to. No treats. None. Until you become a Yankee fan. You gotta convert. Yeah. Oh, in Park Grand Slam from. Yeah. Yeah. IKF did have a granny. Yes, he did. Yeah, yes, he did. I think that might have been his first home run too. But it was at Fenway Park. Hit it over the monster. That's right, Buckeye. That is right. Yeah, IKF has played catch, but he's not an upgrade over Higashioka. He's going to be, I think, the utility until said otherwise. I think Oswaldo Cabrera be the other utility who's a better bat than, but he's still young and developing, so he still gets exposed by good pitching. So either way, they have value. So think about Jen Jones saying, well, I think it's going to be ridiculously expensive. If I'm the Giants, I'm franchising the guy. He wants 40 plus million for the year. I mean, that would be a crazy move for the Jets to make. But if I'm them, I'm going after David Carr or something like that and just beefing up in other positions and drafting a lot of offensive linemen to protect whoever's the quarterback. That's what I would do, franchise. We're going to talk about that too. We're going to go over the Giants needs, Jets needs, every team in the NFL. So no matter who your team is, we're going to talk about it. You know, I mean, he could, Jefferson. He could. I don't know yet. I see Volpe getting called up before him, but I could be wrong. They both could be called up. So if he continues to progress, how do you not call him up? You know what I mean? You got to call him up if he keeps getting better. So, I don't know. I mean, the bases are still an adjustment, wink to man, but it's a good point that you bring up. Injuries. I mean, the larger bases. It's just there are things that happen, you know. And unfortunately, I hope it doesn't happen. Live stream. I have to get to 1,000 subscribers to start live streaming, Anthony. So I got to get my football channel to 1,000 subs. So if anybody's in here that hasn't subbed yet, I hope that you do. Once I get to 1,000, then YouTube allows you to live stream. That's the rule for YouTube. So until then, that's the way it's got to be. But I'm going to have guests on. We're still going to do other stuff as well. But I definitely want to live stream so I can get people, involved in that too. So Barkley to the Cowboys. I mean, that would be nuts. He's going to cost a lot of money too, but not as much as Daniel Jones. But he's going to cost a lot of money. The prices of quarterbacks are just insane right now. So, yeah. That's the thing. I say this too, Michael. I say 2024 is probably the ideal year for Dominguez too. He hasn't played more than like a handful of games in Double-A. He's still got it's a big step in development from Double-A to Triple-A and then from Triple-A to the majors. So he has some developing too, but you could see how high his ceiling is. But like once he starts hitting Verlander and guys like that, and then you'll know he's kind of really made some big steps. He's got to hit some like legit front end pitchers. Injuries happen during interviews. I just Yankees get blamed for a lot of stuff. So and Cashman gets blamed for everything too. So yeah, I mean I hear the Commanders are going to be aggressive this offseason. They have a lot of needs. So. And have a lot of needs, that's for sure. I like this line here. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Buckeye with the wisdom. Buckeye with the wisdom, baby. Yeah, Dominguez, yes. Double-A is the true test and you pass with flying colors. Well, not necessarily yet. He hit a home run in a playoff game, but that's just one game, Nico. He's only played like 6 or 7 games in Double-A. That's not enough in my opinion, but people seem to be happy with it. So, but it's still, he's got to show a pattern of consistency because he did struggle when he came up in Double-A. And then that playoff game, he hit 2 home runs in one game. So he shows potential, but he's got to show it consistently, and that's the key too. Consistency is the key. Well, I can't watch MLB Network now because Apple TV has taken it off the network. It's no longer there available. So, and I watched the spring training game today at on ESPN. I don't really watch other spring training games really that much. So just Yankees for the most part. But yeah, I don't have MLB Network anymore. Apple TV kicked it off the server, which stinks. But yeah, finally me getting a chance. Yup. No, he had 2. Nico, he had 2 in the game, 2 in one game. So yeah, lines look pretty good. It's a lot. I mean, I was encouraged by the Jets. They still have a lot of ways to go. Their offense needs to catch up to their defense, but they won 7 games, up from like 2. So I'll take that as well. And you know, many prospects go straight from A's from as to the majors from a low level Jefferson. You're talking about low level like A or double A, or doesn't happen very often. They don't stay up. I mean, like we're talking about Juan Soto, Fernando Tatis, A-Rod, guys like that, and those are definite rocket guys up to the from double A to the majors. No doubt about it, Jefferson. I don't know about many, but some have. You're right about that. I wouldn't know about it higher than AAA, Nico. I wouldn't say that. Arizona Fall League, it's watered down. Again, you got to prove it. In Double A, you got to prove it in AAA, especially again because that's 2 steps in development. So, and the pitching leap from Double A to AAA is pretty significant. It is pretty significant. So, yeah, Michael Harris, another one. He shot up, and then the Braves gave him like an 8-year deal. So it happens. So, personally, I don't see Judge breaking 62 this year. That's just my opinion, Anthony. But I'd be happy he hit like 45 or 40. I'd be happy with that. So, new episode of Turning 2. It's out now on the channel. It's out on the podcast. And it's out. Let me see. I will send let's see if I can get it on here. Actually, no. I'll get it. Just afterward, T Drake, just write something in the comments of the video, and then I'll link the podcast and that as a reply to your comment. So if you don't mind, but it's out now. It's out. It's doing pretty well. It's a fun time that I'm doing Hello from Backstage Baseball. We have our own podcast, and we have some other folks. We're going to be inviting content creators, players, beat writers, all different types of stuff. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. And gaming channel, Yankees franchise. Yeah, the only problem, it would be fun, Jefferson. I don't play those games. That's the thing. I'm not into gaming, really. I was into old school video games, but I hear it's a popular channel. I mean, gaming channels are very popular. I would have to get into that type of stuff. But I also can't play games. My wife will kill me all the time too. But it is a good idea. Yeah. It's every 4-week live stream. We know this. We mentioned that. So, folks it's important for folks to pay attention. And I put the link in, so that people know the members of the live stream. So, Judge Stanton Rizzo, I would love for all 3 to hit 40. I think they'll all hit 30. I would love all 4. I mean, all 3 at 40. That would be phenomenal. It would be awesome. So, yeah, this is the thing. When he's not performing offensively, he's performing defensively. He finds a way to contribute, and that's high baseball IQ. I mean, it could be a third base, but his arm isn't as strong. I think he's going to profile most at second base. I personally think so. But we'll see. We will see. It's going to be, it's going to be interesting to see. That's for sure. I mean, I would love Volpe at second and Peraza at short for the next 10 years. It would be awesome. But they still have to continue to develop too. MLB's the show's road to the show mode. I heard. So, I mean, I will eventually look into it. So, I will have to look into it. Baseball card openings. What is that, teacher? A pack of cards? Is that what that is? That's something I would definitely do videos on. Why not? I might come across a pretty cool card. It's a good idea. TJ, that's a good idea. You know what? I was thinking about starting a fantasy league, Jefferson, as well, but fantasy league might be fun as well. Texas, send me an email. All right. Texas, send me an email. blackbeltrunningcoach@gmail.com. All right. Just send me an email and I'll email you my mailing address in New York. All right. If you don't mind. So again, it's blackbeltrunningcoach@gmail.com, Texas Buckeye. Or if you're on Twitter, message me, Bronx Bomber 447. You can message me there as well. I have a message box as well. Baseball card pack openings. Baseball card pack. So I buying some. What kind of cards are you referring to, T Drake? Any particular packs of cards? The older cards fetch million. Yes, they do, Sean. I mean, if you can get one in a pack, but like what packs do you have to buy to get like an old school? I have a couple of old school valuable cards that are cased up. Well, Mike, if I do a fantasy league, I'll definitely be announcing it in the video, no doubt about it. You're all welcome to it. It'll be kind of cool. I just have to learn the process and how to run it. So I might do that with a cousin of mine who's into fantasy baseball, and he's much more well versed in that stuff than I am. So that would be cool. Who also played with a couple of former major leaguers, my cousin Troy. So I will keep you guys and gals updated on that, no doubt. TJ, what kind of card packs are you referring to? I'm really curious to see what kind of packs of cards. And do packs of cards sometimes come with old school cards? Tops, okay. New packs. Also, you can get very good packs at a card collector shops. Okay. And it's a card collector shop not far from me. It's T Drake. So I will look into that. And if I can get some packs in there, I'll do card opening videos. Sure. Be kind of cool, actually. I like your idea. I like it. I like it, man. Oh, Joel, you're a legend, dude. Yeah, you Abbott and Costello, who's on first bobblehead. Nice, dude. Very nice. I actually have horror movie bobblehead, well, dolls and bobbleheads. I'm a big horror movie fan, so I have quite a few of those, which is awesome. I'm working on trying to get to opening day, Michael. I really am. I'm working on trying to get to opening day, which is the 30th, which is a Thursday. So we'll see. I have to finagle that out because I have to get my wife to take off. It's all that stuff. So, but believe me, I'd like to go. Tops, big chews. Okay, so all right, Mike. If I can get there, man, I'll definitely see you there. I'll let you know if I'm there. I'd be happy to meet any of you guys that are there. Tickets are always pricey for opening day, but they're playing the Giants, so they're not that nuts. But it's still opening day. It's still opening day. Yoendris Gomez, he might get a call up. Yeah, I mean, there are some guys that might surprise people that get a call up. So, you know, PJ Scrandall. Dude, yeah, I mean, just be careful not to name drop people because you don't want people to you don't want to get back to folk and all that stuff. It's just be careful. Watch your butt, Anthony. Totally get what you're saying, though. That's one reason I don't name drop people. It's just not appropriate. Like, especially other content creators and folks that have, accused me of stealing their ideas and get real. Come on. Why? Yeah, you know Nika. She's the jefe. She's the sheriff. I'm just a deputy. It's the way it works. But it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, I mean, you might be right. If the Giants resign Jones, I mean, who's the backup is the question. They might want to draft like a mid-round quarterback as a good backup. Like just like the Jets, I mean, would have been wise to bring in a veteran to let Zach groom over the next couple of years to develop, but they haven't done that. So they threw him right to the wolves, Zach Wilson. So it's tough. It's tough. Boss lucky mine. Yeah, well, mine does too. The only problem is my wife is a Phillies fan, not a Yankees fan. So yeah. So you know, she understands Yankee loyalty, but it doesn't appreciate it like we do. You know what I mean? So I was saying nobody wants to be friends. Yeah, you don't need that type of stuff, Anthony. Just I would, don't waste your time. That person's not worth your time. If they're gonna talk to you like that and treat you like that, they're not worth your time. They're not worth your friendship. So, some people say stuff like that they put people down just to make themselves feel better. And it's not, um, that's not, friends don't do that, man. Real friends don't do that. So, but yeah, I mean, she rules the show. I keep the girl safe and fed, and she rules the show otherwise. So, you know, and hey, man, been married for 12 years, bro. 12 years, man. Queensbread, I love it. I love it. Got this vocal, passionate, feisty New Yorkers. Awesome. Yeah. I was in Queens for a while. I'm in Astoria, Jackson Heights. So quite a few. Texas Buckeye, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you very much. You are the man, dude. You're a legend. I hope you're on the next members only too. So be good to have you on. But you inspired me to do a couple baseball cards. I'm gonna call the card show, the card store today, and see if they have packs of cards for sale. I like it. I like it. Another breaking news announcement: family and I are having. Monopoly. Oh boy, I like Monopoly too. My girls aren't young enough to aren't old enough to play yet. But kick some butt, Anthony. Kick some butt. And again, Texas Buckeye, thank you. You're the man. I appreciate you. I'm gonna wrap this up in a minute, gang. Definitely went 15 minutes over. I mean, it's hard not to be biased from New York. You tend to prefer New York, but I mean, I met my wife in New York, so can't complain at all. My daughter's name is Brooklyn, so like, there's always gonna be New York in me. That's for sure, no doubt. Always. Sit behind. Yeah, I mean that's what you kind of do that, David. You have to let him sit behind the starter for a couple of years. Take the clipboard, get some snaps, but don't throw them to the wolves. It's very hard to throw them to the wolves and expect them to be that good. It very rarely does it happen. Like we're not talking about Pat Mahomes, like guys like that. Like Tom Brady, the only reason he started was when Drew Bledsoe got hurt. They brought him in the game, and then the rest was history. So you know what I mean? No, Sean, that's awesome, man. Get those baseball cards, man. Nothing right now, Ian Happ. I mean, the Cubs have been adding, so I don't know if he's going to get moved or not. Dad, it is what it is. It is what it is, Anthony. You know what I mean? But yeah, I appreciate the kind words, man. It's just, I got adults talking that stuff. Adults talking smack, so. But, whatever. Ain't nothing better to do at that time. But I appreciate that, man. Entertainment to the Dodgers, I would say so. JT, I would say so. That's how you do it, Nico. That's how you do it, baby. You gotta keep it in New York, man. Or you're a beast, Texas Buckeye, dude. You don't have to do that, man. But that's what you're doing. I appreciate the generosity, man. I really do. Dayball knows what he's doing. They got a good one with Dayball. They really do. I think the Jets have a good one too with Salah. So, thank you, Joel. I appreciate that too, man. Appreciate the Superman. Thank you. You guys are the best. The people in the 161 family are the best, man. I'm telling you. So yeah, Drew Bledsoe had a collapse lung, which sucks, but that's where Brady got his break, and it never ended. He's riding his way to the GOAT status of quarterbacks. So the only guy that I think is at his level in history is Joe Montana. T. Drake, I hear you, man. I like the line. My favorite player of all time was Barry Sanders. So a Lion, and I loved Megatron too. I have a Megatron jersey, Calvin Johnson jersey. So I definitely don't like the Astros though. I definitely don't like the Astros, but I will do card opening I'll do card opening videos if I get cards. David, I have to get my football channel to 1,000 subscribers, and then YouTube allows you to do live streams. So I have to get it to 1,000 subs. So I'm at like 350. So if anybody hasn't subscribed to the channel, I hope that you do. The name is Empire State Tripod. So that's my goal. That's my goal, to get it there as soon as possible so I can live stream and do some really cool stuff there too. But that's the plan. And number in the NFL draft prospect that makes Mr. Mufer. Yeah, I heard that, Nico. There's a bunch of stuff like for racing. Yeah, I don't know if it'll hurt the Giants pick, but the Giants will probably just pivot somewhere else, I think. Got a question for NHL. Are Jets better than football Jets? Yeah, I mean the football Jets. I mean the hockey Jets have maybe a little bit of edge, but Giants the Rangers made a huge trade yesterday. So I don't know how close he is, but I don't know if he's far. But if he got more this year, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm ready, baby. I'm ready for WrestleMania. I'm ready. Yes, indeed. I was at WrestleMania 1 with my dad. WrestleMania 1. So when Hulk Hogan beat the with Iron Sheik for the title. That was awesome. Yes, indeed. Julio Franco, Sachi. Yeah. All these guys played in their 50s. I mean, That's gangster status for baseball, Peter. Gangster status. You play in your 50s, that's super gangster status. So, but yeah, I mean, if anybody smashes the like button, subscribes to my football channel, it's greatly appreciated. I go live on the football channel too, but I have to get to 1,000 subs, so I'm like a third of the way there. I have like 350. It's a new channel, so, but I'm working hard to get it there. So, before I wrap it up, I got one more question here, Anthony. How long does the MLB Player Association have to get this qualifying offer thing done? I don't know. They keep pushing this stuff back, Anthony. That's another good question. But I mean, qualifying offer is back right now. I mean, they forfeited, the new draft format, and they brought back the qualifying offer. So it'll be here until most likely until the next CBA, which is 5 years or 4 years now, I think. At the Garden, David. Yep. Yeah, maybe. Madison Square Garden, baby. Jamie Moore, I think it was like 48 or 49 when he's pitching. Yeah. Super gangster, Winkta, man. Dude, I have so many cool photos from WWE. I had Hulk Hogan choking Sergeant Slaughter right in front of me. I got licked by one of the bushwhackers in my head, Luke and Butch. So the Undertaker, I saw Stone Cold Steve Austin, Paul Orndorff, Mr. Wonderful, the Junkyard Dog, like so many. It's awesome. Awesome. I met the Bella Twins. I met Ric Flair. Met a bunch. I'm gonna meet the Undertaker next Friday. So he's at Monster Mania. For those if anybody's near New Jersey, Cherry Hill, New Jersey, Monster Mania Horror Movie Convention, the Undertaker is going to be there taking pictures and signing autographs for people next Friday, March 10th or the 11th, whatever that is. Yeah, baby. Undertaker, baby. I saw Bret the Hitman and Jim the Anvil. I saw them. Heart Foundation. Yep. Yeah, 48 years old pitching, Jamie Moore. That's gangster. Gangster. No. Undertaker's a legend. He's a super. I can't wait to meet him. I cannot wait to meet him. So excited to meet the Undertaker. I hope he looks pretty cool. So, but yeah, my Undertaker's gonna be there next Friday. So, and it doesn't really cost that much. I mean, I took my sister to Comic-Con in Philadelphia, like I don't know, 7-8 years ago, and I took her to meet Chris Hemsworth, and that was like $500 to meet him. The Undertaker's like $25 or $30 to get a picture and an autograph. Yeah. And there's the women of Friday the 13th are going to be there. Just look up Monster Mania, Cherry Hill, okay, and put that in Google, and it'll take you right to the convention link, and you can just do Monster Mania, whatever the number is, and it'll take you to the whole lineup of people that are going to be there. It's awesome. It's awesome. And if anybody of you are going, you let me know, because my plan is to go on a Friday night. That's my plan. Next Friday night, from 5 to 10, they're there. And then Saturday and Sunday, it's during the day, like 9 to 5, but it's insanity there. Friday's the best day to go. So the best day to go, but it's awesome. But yeah, if any of you go, just let me know in the comments. Okay. And especially Friday. But anyway, let me let you go. I appreciate all you coming on, your support, celebrating another Yankees walk-off. Be here tomorrow for the next post game. And I appreciate all you. Peace and love. Go Yankees. Talk to you tomorrow.